Hi students, today we are going to see conductometric titrations in the virtual lab. This is a physical experiment, okay. I am Dr. S. Rekha, Associate Professor, RMD Engineering College, Chennai. Aim of the experiment to determine the strength and amount of the strong acid using conductometric titrations, okay. So what are the chemicals required? Strong acid, HCl, strong base NaOH. So strong acid could be anything. It could be HCl, it could be HNO3, or it can be H2SO4, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, or hydrochloric acid. So we have taken here for HCl as an example. Okay. Apparatus required. So we want a beaker, 100 ml beaker. We want pipette. We want burette. We want wash bottle, and we want conductivity cell, very important, and also we want conductivity meter to measure the conductance. For clarity, conductivity cell is shown here. So conductivity cell is made up of two platinum electrode. So it is called as conductivity cell. Two platinum electrode set apart 1 centimeter. So they have been molded so that their distance between both the platinum electrode is 1 centimeter. Okay. So they have been molded with the glass. So here in this figure, it is very clear that you can see a black square portion. So that is your platinum electrode, that is platinized platinum. So such two platinum electrodes are brought together 1 centimeter apart and kept tightly in a single unit. Okay. So here for clarity, the diagram is shown here, diagram is shown here. So two platinum electrode connected by platinum wire and set apart by 1 centimeter apart, and area is called as A. Okay. So here this is the setup of your platinum conductivity cell. So which is outerly protected from any damages using a glass sheets. Okay. So glass tube or glass sheets, it is protected. The electrodes are protected. Simple procedure. It is burette solution, sodium hydroxide, pipette solution. We take 10 ml of hydrochloric acid. To this we add 40 ml of water into the 100 ml beaker, and electrode used here is conductivity cell, which is 2 platinum electrode. Immerse this conductivity cell into the solution, okay, and connect it to the conductometer. Carry out the mechanical bar, magnetic or electrical stirring. Okay. So titration, what we do here is we add 1 ml of NaOH to the beaker solution, and we find the conductance of that solution. Then again we add 1 ml of NaOH solution, then we see the conductance value. Slowly we record the value for each 1 ml of the NaOH added to the solution. Endpoint, minimum conductance at the neutralization point. As we add NaOH from the burette, the conductance gradually decreases and reaches a minimum value. After reaching this minimum value, further addition of NaOH will increase the conductance. So endpoint is minimum conductance at neutralization point. Record 5 more values after the endpoint. Here the conductance will gradually increase. Okay, draw a graph between conductance and volume of NaOH. From the graph, find the volume of NaOH and calculate the strength and amount of HCl used. Okay, equivalent weight of HCl, it is 36.5, and equivalent weight of NaOH is 40. So whenever we write a simple procedure, we need to draw a model graph. So draw the model graph. So with this your simple procedure ends. Let us do the titration. So for that, fill up the burette with NaOH solution. So you have to fill the nozzle as well as adjust to the 0 mark without. Now pipette out 10 ml of HCl solution. Add to the 100 ml of beaker. Now to this 100 ml of beaker, add 40 ml of water. Now on adding water, you will have a doubt that it will get diluted. Yes, but the amount of molecule present in the solution will remain same even after adding the water. Okay. So at the end of the experiment, we are going to calculate the amount of total amount of ions or molecule present in it. Okay. So end point it will not affect, even though the solution get diluted, the end point will not be affected because same number of molecule is present before dilution and after. Let us titrate. So we have kept the beaker as well as the conductivity cell, and now let us titrate. So how to titrate? Add 1 ml of NaOH, then stir the solution, maybe a magnetic or mechanical stirring, then take the reading, note down the conductance value, then repeat the above steps until you get the end point. Even after getting the end point, since it is a graphical experiment, we have to continue the titrations. So conductance value initially starts decreasing up to the neutralization point. Until HCl acid gets neutralized, the conductance starts decreasing. Once it is neutralized, conductance values start increasing because of addition of NaOH solution to the beaker. Okay. So students take reading up to 10 ml of addition of NaOH. Let us simulate and get the data. Let us click the titer value button so that we get the titer value here, simulated value. Okay. Yes. Batch 1 students, please note down these values. See, conductance initially is high and it started falling down 5.9, 5, 4.1, 3.2, it started falling down, and then after 2.3 again it started increasing 2.7, it means it has crossed its end point 3.1 and up to 4.7. Please note down this data. You may pause the video and note down the readings. Okay. So now let us clear the data by clicking the clear. Yes, the readings have been cleared. Now let us click the titer value button so that we get a second set of titer value. So batch 2 students, please note down this value. Again, watch here, the conductance is falling and then it is increasing. The minimum conductance is found to be 1.8 here. You may pause the video and please note down this conductance values. Okay. Let me clear the data by clicking the clear button. Yes, the data has been cleared, and let us get a simulated value for batch 3 students by clicking the get titer value button. Okay. Upon clicking it, we got for batch 3 students, so it is 5.5, 4.7, 3.9 and it goes to a minimum of 2.3 and then it increases up to 4.7. Let us clear the data by clicking clear button. So it got cleared. So batch 4 students, be ready to note down the readings. Let us get the simulated value. Yeah. So batch 4 students, it is 5.7 and then it reduces to 5.1, 4.5. So it is a simulated value 3.9 is enough. First decimal place alone you note down. No need to follow 001. Anyhow, we are not going to plot it in the graph also. So up to first decimal place you can note down 3.9, 3.3, 3.7, 4.1, 4.5, 4.9, 5.3, 5.7. Okay. Batch 4 students, please note down. So let me clear the data. So batch 5 students, be ready to get the titer value. Yeah. Batch 5 students, it is 5.6, 4.9, leave the other decimal places. 4.2, 3.5, 2.8. So minimum is 2.8. Then it is 3.2, 3.6, 4, 4.0, 4.8 and 5.2. Okay. Let us plot the graph. So in x-axis we take volume of NaOH, in y-axis we take conductance. Okay. So according to the scale you divide the x-axis and y-axis and start plotting the points. So upon plotting the points, you have to join these points with a ruler as a straight line. Whatever points falls on the ruler, please join. Please join the maximum points with a scale or ruler. The line should be a straight line. Okay, as shown here, it should be a straight line. So maximum points need to be joined. The end point, wherever the line cuts, that is your end point. So end point could be anywhere in between the points or on the point. It can be anything. Okay, wherever the end point cuts, that is your end point. Here also you can see the end point is 5.1 ml. Okay, so it can be anywhere. Before getting into the calculation part, one should know why the conductance decreases till neutralization point and then increases. The reason is very important. Okay, so conductance of any solution depends upon 3 points, that is number of ions present in the solution, mobility of the ions and as well as the size of the ions. Okay, so more the number of ions, more is the conductance, more the mobility of ion, more is the conductance, and smaller the size of the ion, more the conductance. Okay, let us see here. HCl is a strong electrolyte, hence ionizes completely and thus conductance is initially high. So since HCl being a strong acid, ionizes completely. So all the ions are conducting here. H plus and Cl minus ion will conduct and we have higher conductance. Upon titration, NaOH will remove H plus ion from the solution. From the solution, H plus ion is removed. Okay. And instead of H plus ion into the solution, sodium ion is replaced. Since H plus ion is smaller in size and higher in mobility, the conductance decreases even on replacing with sodium ion. Okay, sodium ion is larger in size and lesser in mobility, hence the conductance of sodium ion is less than the conductance of H plus ion. So conductance gradually falls until all H plus ion is neutralized. Once all the H plus ion is neutralized, addition of NaOH adds extra ions to the solution. Okay, hence conductance start increasing. So each ml of addition of NaOH, so much quantity of Na plus and OH minus ion is added to the solution. Hence conductance start increasing in every step. So until the neutralization point it decreases. After the neutralization point it starts increasing. Let us do the calculation. Volume of NaOH, which is 5.1 ml, which we have to take it from graph. Whatever value you get, please record it here. Strength of NaOH, which will be given in the question paper, or you ask your teacher, they will give you the value. It is 0.1 normal in our case. So volume of HCl V2 is 10 ml, which we have prepared out. So strength of HCl is V1N1 by V2. Upon calculation we get 0.051 normal. So the amount of HCl in 1 liter of the given solution is nothing but equivalent weight into normality, which is 36.5 into 0.051, which amounts to be 1.862 gram per liter. Result: strength of HCl in the given solution is 0.051 normal and the amount of HCl present in the given solution is 1.862 gram per liter. There we end the experiment. Thank you, students.